should you become a chartered surveyor? If you're exploring a career in commercial real estate, especially through the commercial or investment APC pathway, this question comes up a lot. Let's break it down honestly. What does it mean to be chartered? Becoming a chartered surveyor means gaining professional accreditation through the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, or RICS. It's a globally recognised qualification that signals to employers and clients that you've met rigorous standards in technical competence, ethics, and professional conduct. It's not just a title, it's a benchmark of trust in the property world. Around 6,000 to 7,000 candidates sit the APC each year globally across all pathways, including commercial, valuation, building surveying, and more. The commercial real estate pathway is one of the most popular, especially in the UK, where the RICS has a strong industry presence. The APC, or Assessment of Professional Competence, is the structured training route to becoming chartered. For most graduate surveyors, this means completing an RICS accredited degree, undertaking at least 24 months of structured work experience, writing a summary of experience across core and optional competencies, producing a case study on a real-life project, and sitting a final assessment interview with a panel of chartered surveyors. It's a rigorous process, and rightly so. It tests your practical experience, ethics, report writing, technical knowledge, and how you handle real-world judgment calls. The average global pass rate is around 65 to 70%, depending on the year and pathway. This means that around 1 in 3 candidates fail on their first attempt. Common reasons for failing include not enough variety or depth in your experience, poor case study or written submission, nerves or lack of confidence in the final interview. You need time, support, and the right kind of exposure to succeed. It's not something to take lightly. So when is it essential? If you're going into a valuation, the answer is simple. Yes, you need to be chartered. To carry out red book valuations, the ones used for loan security, financial reporting, or insurance purposes, you must be an RICS registered valuer. No qualification, no red book work. That's non-negotiable. Likewise, for building surveyors or quantity surveyors, chartership is industry standard. You'd be significantly limiting your career prospects without it. But what about commercial agency or investment roles? And this is where it gets more nuanced. If you're aiming to work at a large consultancy or global firm, think JLL, CBRE, Savills, Cushman & Wakefield, then yes, getting chartered is still a strong career move. These firms tend to recruit graduate surveyors into APC pathways as standard, expect chartership for progression into senior roles, and use it as a filter when shortlisting internal promotions. At this level, RICS status isn't just a qualification. It's a signal you've ticked the box that most of your peers will have. Without it, you might find yourself overlooked. But what if you're not at a big firm? In the smaller firms, the picture changes. Many operate without requiring RICS status. In fact, the hands-on nature of the work often gives you faster exposure to deals, clients, and responsibility, even if you're not chartered. But it's worth noting, you may struggle to get the range of experience needed to pass the APC. You're less likely to be supported with structured training. The qualification might feel less relevant day to day. And here's the key point. As your experience grows, the value of the qualification tends to diminish. I got chartered 10 years ago. By the time I sat my APC, I already knew that I didn't need it for the role I was doing. I'd already proven myself through an accredited master's, 2 years of practical experience, and solid on-the-job performance. When I left my job in 2019 to start my own business, I proudly put those 5 letters, MRICS, on my card. But you know what? Not one client ever asked if I was RICS qualified. They worked with me because of my results, not my letters. In fact, many of my clients, highly experienced commercial agents and investors, had never gone through the APC process themselves. And they were doing just fine. Eventually, I chose not to renew my membership. That was 5 years ago. It hasn't held me back at all. I even deliver training for the RICS, and I'm not a current member. So, should you do it? If you're at the start of your career and aiming for a large firm, yes. Chartership will unlock more structured opportunities and progression. If you're going into valuation, yes, it's mandatory. If you want the flexibility to freelance, consult, or start your own business, maybe. It helps early on, but your track record matters more in the long run. If you're already a few years into your career, working in investment, leasing, or acquisitions, it's probably not essential. Experience and credibility carry more weight than letters. So some final thoughts. Being a chartered surveyor is valuable, but it's not the only way to build a successful career in commercial real estate. If you need it for your role, get it. If you're just doing it because everyone else is, take a step back and ask whether it's really going to move the needle for you.